Like a lot of people, you've put a lot on hold. Eating in restaurants, praying in your house of worship, attending sporting events, all to protect your health. So as we all start to get back, the same people who have been protecting your health all along are the people doing the most to keep your health safe. Always. We're open for emergency care and for appointments safely for you. CHI St. Luke's Health Memorial.
Watson-Watkins, President and CEO of the Lufkin Angelina County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to Connect Podcast, Connecting Business to Community. I'm here with my co-host, Blake Pollino of BP Media Group.
So this week, we wanted to actually sit down with real small business owners from Lufkin. So we sat down with Gigi Tiemann of Market to Market and Rebecca West of White Peacock Olive Oil and Vinegar. These are two local retailers in downtown Lufkin, and we wanted to get their perspective on what it's like to be a small business owner, how they've dealt and pivoted during the COVID situation, and how truly important it is to shop local, especially with the holidays coming up. So let's jump into this exciting episode.
So today we are excited to have two of our favorite local downtown business leaders. We are joined with Gigi Tiemann with Market to Market and Rebecca West with the White Peacock Olive Oil and Vinegar Company. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're excited to have y'all here.
Yeah. Can we just get a little introduction from each of you, who you are, a little bit about your business, that? We'll start with you.
My name is Gigi Tiemann. I own Market to Market in Lufkin, and we specialize in clothing, accessories for women, and gifts, home decor.
Awesome.
Which reminds me, I need to come by and get that really cute 1960s umbrella from you. I've looked for that for a long time.
Thank you.
I need that.
Thank you. They're fun.
I'm Rebecca West. I own the White Peacock Olive Oil and Vinegar Company, and we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary in October.
Congrats.
Thank you. It's been an interesting year, to say the least.
Sure.
But we have a bunch of specialty foods, including authentic Italian balsamic vinegar, extra premium olive oil, sausages, salsas, pretty much just about anything gourmet that you could possibly think of. We have a little bit of everything.
And you have great cooking utensils too.
Oh,
Yes,
thanks.
really cool
They're always
cooking
fun.
utensils.
And they're fun things for the kids, which I really like.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have a whole melamine line that's perfect for indoor, outdoor, kids, grandkids, klutzy people like me.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Well, we're thrilled to have y'all. You know, it has been said that small businesses are the heartbeat of the neighborhood. It's the spine of your local economy and the spirit of your town. And Gigi, I think that's actually on your Facebook page. And, you know, it's so true. We want our small businesses to succeed, especially during hard times like we've had with 2020. So why don't you take us back to like January, February? Things were rocking along, things were going great. Then COVID happens.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us kind of, you know, where you were at the beginning of the year, and then abruptly what changed for you when the pandemic hit the United States?
Well, we had just finished up a great holiday season. Everything was kind of rocking along, starting to get our spring clothing in, and then all of a sudden, COVID hit. And the shutdown, which I don't think any of us were counting on. Mm-hmm. So we had to totally regroup on what actually we were going to do during a shutdown. We had already been selling clothes on a website called shopteeks.com. So that did help carry us through until we were able to open again. But it was tough. It was tough on our girls. We paid our girls during the whole time because they would still go down to the shop and still go down and inventory or clean or whatever. We knew we wanted to really take care of them. And then after we opened back up, are we going this far?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we want the whole story.
Yes.
And how many employees? I'm sorry to interrupt. How many
We have 3
employees do you have?
employees.
3? Okay.
We have
Cool.
a manager who is also in charge of our shop teaks only, and then we have a store manager, and then a wonderful girl that she's a fashion merchandising major that works for us
Very
as well.
cool.
We love our employees. They're just, I'm so blessed
Great.
with wonderful employees. Then after COVID opening back up, that was tricky. We ordered 2 sanitizing machines. hand sanitizers, and masks, because I started thinking, okay, these paper masks are not fun to wear. If this is going to be a long-term thing, we need masks. So we were one of the first in Lufkin that actually got masks to match your outfits per se.
Right.
But, cute masks.
Sure.
Fashionable mask, yes. And then just the sanitizing of everything. I mean, the rooms, the dressing rooms, just everything. And still to this day, we do require people to wear a mask as they shop, and all of our employees wear masks too. And as of last week, our count of mask sales were 1,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I have to say, they are
Yes.
my favorite masks.
Thank
I come
you.
in about once a month and buy a new set of masks because I get tired of them,
Yes. And we also were the first to have kids masks.
They're
because
wonderful.
Parents were asking us,
Yes.
we can't find kid masks. So my manager and I, Brooke, were like, okay, let's get some kid masks.
Right.
She's got little ones too.
Yeah.
So that's
they're
kind of
great.
how we handled it. What about
Annalie,
you guys?
Annalie loves those masks.
Well,
so
thanks.
thank you for
Good.
getting
That
kids
makes
stuff.
me happy that she's wearing our mask.
So we kind of were in a different situation because we had only been open at that point about 4 months, and we expected a bit of a decline after the holiday season just because people start dieting, and so the chocolates aren't really their thing anymore, and all these other goodies kind of stay off the diet at that point. So we were expecting a bit of a lull, but we didn't expect COVID and the repercussions from it because, y'all's stuff doesn't have an expiration date on it. Ours does.
Yeah.
Right.
And all of a sudden it was like, okay, what are we about to do with this? So we did it to where we were only open a couple of hours, a couple of days a week for pickups and deliveries. People could call in their orders, text me, email me, however they wanted to do it. And we traveled all over Lufkin doing deliveries. But it also gave me a great chance to actually get the website up and running.
Yeah. Some time to work on the business
Yes.
instead of in the
Yes.
business. Yeah.
Exactly. And that was hugely beneficial because now the website's doing wonderfully. And honestly, if I hadn't had that extra time on my hands, there's no telling when that would have gotten
Well, and
done.
that's really
That's a
part of
good
your
point.
passion that you have. You like graphic design and website.
I do.
And
I do.
so you were able to incorporate that into what you're doing now.
Some
Yes.
silver lining for sure. Did you see an increase in people cooking at home, like that?
Yes.
Like the oil sales and things like that.
A huge increase in people cooking at home.
Right.
And I had started supplying recipes online on Facebook for people to follow. And I still do. On the weekends, I'll
Great.
post recipes. And I found a lot of people saying, we've been doing the same things over and over and over again, and we're ready for a change.
Sure.
And so that they really enjoyed having.
Awesome. Excellent. I actually need to come see you guys. During that, I figured, I got a little extra time on my hands. I love pizza, if you can't tell. And it's a big passion of mine. I was like, I really want to master an at-home pizza. And so I need to come see you about some olive oils and some different things that
Yeah.
we use in the doughs and the sauces.
And
But
we've
yeah, very
got
cool.
we've got a bunch of other things too. We've got
Yeah.
a pizza pie spice that is actually salt free.
Very cool.
We have a whole salt free seasoning line for people who, just want to be able to
Yeah.
control the amount of salt and sodium that goes into it.
Yeah. Very cool. And you have
nice.
the one pot deals. Have y'all
Yes.
seen those? that
I
she
just
does?
bought one last week.
Did you?
I haven't used
Yeah,
it yet.
it's like vacuum sealed with the
Yes.
noodles and the seasoning. Very, really cool idea.
We've got it in both pastas, soups, and risottos, or I should say all, not both. But they all do come from Italy.
Oh,
So they
awesome.
are
Okay.
truly an Italian meal.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
the company started in 1888.
Yeah.
And she's got great pizza dough and bread dough as well.
Oh, yum.
Awesome. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just derail that, but I was just thinking about it.
Oh no, by all means.
Really good stuff, though.
So what changes did you make during COVID that you're actually going to leave in place that made your life maybe a little bit easier?
Definitely our hand sanitizer machines. And I think we'll probably still sanitize dressing rooms after people try on. I mean, basically after the customer leaves, we leave the clothes in the dressing room. We spray the whole dressing room with Lysol and leave them in there for 15 minutes. Then they're removed for the night. So we'll probably, I think, continue to do that.
Yeah.
As far as mask goes, we'll probably just see what we're supposed to do legally for
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that's probably what we'll sanitize.
Yes. Before COVID, we were allowing people to sample from the bottles directly themselves, the oils and vinegars. once COVID started, we pulled all the bottles and put them behind us at the counter. And I think around June, we started doing the sampling again. However, it's not the customer doing the sampling, it's us doing it. And we're going to continue to do that because it kind of gives us more of a one-on-one chance to talk to them about it and recommend different pairings, like the olive wood smoked olive oil with the white peach balsamic. Never would have thought of that. And a friend of mine said, hey, have you tried this? And I did. And it's become one of our top sellers.
Nice. You know, I mean, you've got to find the silver lining in all of this, and you've got to figure out the things that maybe you weren't doing beforehand that all of a sudden you're like, I wouldn't have ever done that like this, you know, but it's working well. And, you know, I think going back to the sanitizing and being clean, you know, I hope that people continue to do that, especially as we go into the flu season.
Yes.
And hope that it will help keep our numbers down with flu and COVID, and hopefully we've all learned to be a little bit cleaner individuals.
Yes.
Yes. And I mean, we have,
Absolutely.
I can't tell you how many hand sanitizer bottles throughout the store so that people can periodically do it. We wipe down all the countertops regularly. I mean, you have to, especially with food. So in that regard, not much changed for us.
Yeah.
Still a lot of cleaning and stuff. So the focus of this month's series of podcasts in November is we're obviously still talking about this shop local theme. And we thought it was important to bring on some local business owners to talk about the importance of people shopping locally. So can you talk to us a little bit about that, just especially as retailers, right? You know, so for us, we're in very much a service industry, but as a retailer, when people have the option to go online and purchase things, talk about how important the shop local is to you as business owners.
It's definitely a more intimate experience. You get to know that customer. You get to know their likes and their dislikes. That's mainly what we do at our store is make sure we have that relationship with them. And we know, like, if something comes in the store, we could call that person and say, hey, don't know if you're interested, but you said you wanted a red dress. You know, we just got one. We also do special orders for people if they request an item. You know, we will do that as well. So I think it's all about the intimate experience, the closeness, forming a relationship.
Yeah. Take that, Amazon recommendations.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Well, and it's also kind of become a throwback to when Mom and Dad grew up.
Yes.
And Mom keeps talking about that because she helps me down at the store a lot. Probably not as much as I would like for her to, and more than she would like. But she talks about how when she was growing up, especially downtown, it was the hub of Lufkin.
Yes.
And that's where all the stores were. Everybody knew everybody. You could go in and there was that kind of one-on-one customer service. And it's something that, as I was growing up, we didn't really have as much because everything was department stores, big box stores, all of that. And now we're going back to that, to where it's almost like a nostalgic feel, but it's so customer service based that it's something that most people aren't used to anymore.
Yeah.
And it's something that we want them to get used to again.
And I actually grew up shopping in downtown Lufkin at Cannon Parker's and the Clarks and all of that. And when I decided to open Market to Market, I really wanted to be downtown. I wanted to have, you know, that feel. And with our downtown, you know, just growing and growing, I'm so thankful to be down there.
So am I.
Well, and I think it's going to continue to grow. You know, last week we visited with City Manager Bruce Green and Assistant City Manager Jason Arnold, and they were talking about the new urban, area that's coming and really
going to be
continuing to revitalize downtown and bringing in new businesses. And I just think it's going to continue to grow block by block.
I do too.
And, you know, small businesses just provide such a great character and individuality to the community. And I love the restaurants down there. I love being able to come out at night and, walk down the streets and see the lights and to hear the music. And it makes you feel like that you're in this special place. And
It really
we know
does.
that you're in a special place. But I love when people come from out of town and they get to experience it and see the great, all the places downtown that make it so special.
And I have somebody come in every day that's from out of town.
Yeah.
Whether it's just down the road from Nacogdoches or Arizona. I've had people come from all over. And especially right now, there's a huge trend with RVing and motorhoming. And, people are not wanting to, unfortunately, stay in hotels and do all of that. So they're either renting or buying the RVs and traveling everywhere. And I find them all the time coming in.
Yeah.
Your chest pain. It may mean nothing, but it may take everything. Know the symptoms of a heart attack. If you have any of them, get to the nearest emergency room. We're waiting for you. It's your health, so everything is up to you. Everything. This message brought to you by Woodland Heights Medical Center, home of a nationally accredited chest pain center. Log on to learn more.
Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? I'm Becky Coda, broker and co-owner with my husband Kevin here at Century 21 Coda Realty. We have 21 agents that are highly trained and committed to delivering an extraordinary buying or selling experience. Contact us today to see how we can help you.
So, what's the craziest person you've ever had come in your store, Gigi?
The craziest?
Like, what were they looking for that you were like, no, we don't have that? Anything?
That's a
anything
good
wild?
question. I have to think on that one. Do you have any crazy
Yeah,
stories?
Peacock oil.
Peacock oil. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's always somebody.
Yeah,
There's
no.
always somebody.
There was. Actually, that was a couple of people. It's like emu oil, and I don't even want to think about the specifics of this stuff. But yeah, peacock oil.
Well,
And did they say what they wanted that for?
No, and I didn't ask.
Some
I was already
very-
traumatized from the question.
Some very specific cooking meats.
Yes, that's hilarious.
Interesting.
I was hoping it was more ointment type rather than cooking.
Yeah.
the thing I love about local businesses is that they support each other. And
Yes.
We've talked about it, but local businesses give back to the community, and it's so important to remember that every dollar that you spend at a local business actually puts 68 cents back into the community, which keeps local people employed. It keeps local businesses thriving, and so we've got to get back to being able to shop local and to be able to keep our local
Absolutely.
businesses, both
Yeah.
large and small, in business.
Well, it's the heart and soul of the community.
Yeah,
It really is.
It is, definitely.
And to kind of piggyback off of that, a lot of our listener base, they are small business owners or they're interested in becoming small business owners. As people who have just very recently gone through this process with your businesses, what advice would you give to someone who is just starting off or someone who is considering getting started off kind of here in this community?
Make sure you have a very good support system, for one thing.
Very
Yes.
Whether it be friends or family or husbands, a very good, strong support system, because it is tough in the beginning.
is.
Trying to get it off the ground and going. Social media, baby. Social media. You have to use it.
You do.
Yep.
I would say don't feel quite so daunted by the enormous list of tasks that lie
a
even
lot.
before you open the doors. I was really kind of shocked at how many steps there were and just how long it was going to take. And in all reality, I decided to open, when was that? April of 2019. And I opened October of 2019. So in a 6-month span, I got everything in place, up and running. That really probably should have taken about a year.
Right.
Maybe 9 months, but a year.
Just pre-planning.
Just
and
planning, getting all the red tape in place, making sure that all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed.
Right.
And there's so many government steps that you have to go through that it's just unreal. And so
Yep.
it will eventually happen. Don't feel like it needs to take 3 months, because that's just an unrealistic expectation. But you'll go through it. You'll get there.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think, I'd like to remind listeners that if you are wanting to open something, we have great, great resources. So
Yes.
we've got the Small
Yes.
Business Development Center at Angelina College. Diane has actually taken Larry Kane's place there, so she is running that. And then we have the Legacy Institute for Financial Literacy, and with Joe Cesar. And Joe does a phenomenal job of helping make sure that you understand how to make sure that your expenses are in place and that you've got a budget and that you know how to write a P&L statement and things like that. So if you are wanting to start a business and you're wanting more information, give us a call at the Chamber. We'd love to put you in touch with some great resources, local resources that we have that can help get your businesses off the ground.
And I'll say, I've never worked harder in my life, but I have never enjoyed doing what I do more.
So what's your favorite part?
Love.
Oh, favorite? Well, not the long hours. But no, the people, I love interacting with the people. I love being able to show them something new that either they've never heard of or they've never tasted before, or a new pairing that they never would have thought of. But then on the other side, because I was a graphic designer for so long, I love doing the marketing of it too. And I love, engaging people's attention and making them want to come in and want to experience, everything that we have to offer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people in the marketing.
How about you, Gigi?
Mine is hearing customers say, "Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love this. This is the cutest shop. Your girls are so sweet. The customer service is excellent." I love hearing that. It just makes my heart so happy. So when I hear that, I'm like, okay, I'm doing something right.
That's right.
That's
right.
Well, and we try everything in the store before we buy it. So periodically I'm online going, ooh, I want to try that, and I want to try that, and I want to try that. And my whole family's like, really? Again? You have more for us? Like,
That's
yes,
fun.
yes, I do.
Gigi, you have such great accessories.
Thank you so much.
Annalie loves all the hair clips.
Oh, good.
It's one of her
yeah.
favorite things.
Good.
And I guess about a year ago, Mom came in and probably bought 10 different clips. And so she literally, every day going to school, she's like, I'm going to put this one in, and I'm going to put this one in.
See, that makes me feel
But you have great, so, you've got stuff for all ages.
I do. We have that for all ages, and we really try to keep our price point at a certain level. We want everyone to be able to come in our shop and find something.
Well, and all body types too.
Yes, all body types. That's correct. And then our gifts, we try to hit the people who like, certain styles of giftware or decor or whatever. We just did our third expansion, and we now have a big line of greeting cards.
Oh, nice.
And more gift items. And then, of course, Christmas items are coming in.
Yeah.
And so I know as far as you too, you're probably getting really excited about we're already unpacking stuff. And
so what's
anyway.
something fun new coming for the holidays that you're about to put out?
We like to have quirky gifts, and one of our quirky gifts is a Santa Claus ball cap that when we got it in, we were all screaming because it's so funny and so cute. Some really great buffalo plaid watches
Cute.
Buffalo plaid.
and jammies and some things like that. A precious little ceramic nativity scene that's very contemporary, very eye-catching. Just, that's some of the new stuff that's coming.
And you always have fun glitzy stuff too. So if you're going to a
We
holiday
do.
party or a New Year's
Yeah.
party, always during the holidays, you've got great
we
glitzy
try
stuff.
to have a little bit of, for the glitzy girl or the girl that doesn't want to be glitzy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fun.
We do.
How about you? What do you have coming for the holidays?
We have some fudge coming from Scotland.
Oh, cool.
Yum.
A couple of different flavors on that one. We've got, what else? Oh, a marshmallow advent calendar.
Oh, yum.
Yes, I know, right? So
wait to get
each
that.
day is a different marshmallow, and the marshmallows are like this big.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they're huge. And then we're going to have just a bunch of different gift boxes. Some of them are already made up, like Spiceology is doing a 6 salt set. So 6 different kinds of salt in it. We're going to have some that are already made up from the actual manufacturers. And then some that we're going to do. Like last year we did a Bloody Mary gift box. We're going to be doing that again. And then several other kind of gift baskets to go along with that and other gift
So
boxes.
one of my favorite gifts, if guys to me are always really hard to buy for.
Yes.
But one of my favorite gifts to give a guy is actually your bourbon syrup that you have.
Oh, yeah, the bourbon barrel aged
It is
maple syrup.
fantastic. So if you're looking for a great guy gift, And I know at our home, especially during the holidays, we like to make homemade waffles and pancakes.
Yes.
It's a great guy gift because it's something that's, not a tie, not a pair of socks.
Yeah.
But something that actually the whole family, Brent always jokes and says, I'm so glad you got yourself a gift. I'm like, well, it really is for you, but I'm going to enjoy it too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do have a lot of things that are more male-centric, like our summer sausages, our hot sauces. We have a whole, well, I say a whole. You can either buy it as a 6-pack or as 6 individual cans, but they're beer-infused rubs, and they look like actual beer cans.
Oh, cool.
They're super cute. Really easy to use. But then we've got the Bloody Marys and the bourbon-infused honey.
Oh, that just sounds horrible.
I know, right? I mean, who wouldn't
You know
want a
what
hot
that would
toddy
be
with
good
that?
over? One of my favorite appetizers to make is green Granny Smith apples. Put blue cheese crumbles over that, and then put honey over that. Now, it does not sound delicious. I promise within 10 minutes it will be wiped clean, but I bet that would be really good over that apple.
Well, I will tell
get
you,
some
the
of that.
two that we have trouble keeping in stock are the apple butter and the lemon curd. Now, the apple butter comes from South Carolina, and the lemon curd comes from England. And you would have thought that people in Lufkin had never tasted these before. But they are just incredibly popular, hard to keep in stock. But
Well,
great gift ideas.
We love downtown, and we love helping promote small businesses.
We
and
love downtown too.
If people that are listening, if they've never been to downtown, what would you tell them about downtown Lufkin?
Well, it's just the cutest little downtown. I mean, with like you said, the music and the lights, the sidewalks. I mean, it's just a cozy environment down there. And I love it when I can just walk across the street and go over and talk to Rebecca or go over or talk to the hangar, especially if there's an event. Are we going to be open? Are we closing? I feel like it's a very...
Camaraderie.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it that it's growing.
It is.
I know, I love it.
Yes. Well, and it's great that the Angelina Arts Alliance is down there with us
Yes.
now, too. That's fantastic. But
Well, and I think the cultural district is coming. So, that's going to be something that's
Yeah.
a whole new
Yep.
part of downtown that's coming to you quite soon.
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I need to look at the news more often.
Yeah, that is actually going to be a major growth for us.
Absolutely.
When that transpires.
It's a great little culture down there. I mean, when we were shopping for offices and deciding where we were going to be, I mean, there's no question we wanted to be close to downtown because of those things. The culture is great. The walking distance to a coffee shop is fantastic. I mean, just all of that stuff is.
And all the
makes it a really
restaurants
great place.
downtown.
That's
all
come.
and they all offer something different. So we
Yeah.
have a very great variety.
Yes.
It's like every day the girls and I are like, where are we going to go pick up lunch today?
The last time I was in your store, they were having that conversation. My wife and I went down and were shopping, and I was enamored with the clothing racks that you have. I just thought the metal cord hanging from the ceiling and the pipes, I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And she was enjoying her shopping and all that good stuff. But yeah, they were very into what downtown lunch option they were going to be having.
Yeah, that's what we do. We
It was-
do. That's what we do.
It was a
downtown.
serious, very serious conversation they were having. Well, where can people find you? So where can our listeners find you physically and in general online? Where's
We are
that?
at 119 South First Street, right next door to Standpipe and across the street from the brewery. And we are also on shopteeks.com. And that is a site that has allowed us to ship all over the world. And we've shipped quite a bit to Paris and Germany. And
Great.
yes, it's been that good thing that we did that helped us get through COVID. So, or just come visit us.
Absolutely.
We love to see people.
We're located at 112 South First Street, right across from the alleyway beside the Pines. And you can come visit us Tuesday to Saturday from 12 to 5, or you can see us on our website at whitepeacockoliveoil.com or on Facebook or Instagram.
Yep. We're Facebook and Instagram too.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate y'all being here so
Oh,
much.
thank you guys so
Thank
much
you.
for having us.
Thank you for
Yeah.
helping create a wonderful environment for downtown Lufkin.
Well, thanks for supporting us
Yes,
too.
thank you for
Absolutely.
supporting us. We
Absolutely.
really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for your time. Please, if you're listening, go check these businesses out. Go support local business, shop local anytime that you get an opportunity. And we want to thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. Podcasts come out every Monday where we sit down with local small business owners and community leaders and learn what makes them tick and what's great about them and their businesses. If you want to watch this podcast in video form, you can catch it on the Chamber Facebook page as well as the Chamber YouTube channel. And you can subscribe to this podcast anywhere that you find podcasts. And if you'll do us a huge favor and rate and review the podcast, that makes it easier for people in the community to find it. And we will see you next week.